It's an unsettling reality that every 98 seconds, an American is sexually assaulted. 1 in 6 American women will be raped over the course of their lifetime. 94% of these women will develop post traumatic stress disorder because of the incident, and an astounding 33% of these women will even contemplate suicide. Younger people are at higher risk for sexual violence, and it's increasing in our country. 38% of rape victims are emotionally isolated from their family, friends, and peers, and oftentimes will become uninterested in things that used to make them happy. Here's Jessica's story, told by her brother Mark Carlos.
My name is Mark Carlos. I went to Bellevue High School, and a year ago, my sister Jessica was raped. My sister was 16 when she was raped. The events leading up, she was just full of life. She had a permit, however, she lost interest in the permit, as well as a lot of other things. She quit the volleyball team despite being a star player. Uh, because of this, the coach, her friends were very concerned. She started being really distant at home. I remember that. I tried to reach out to her, and what I found was she was dipping into a lot of drugs, like cocaine, Molly, Xans, and she was doing it by herself, which really was concerning. And she wasn't doing this just with her friends to party or whatever. She was doing it to escape her misery. So after I noticed the drug abuse, I didn't want to get her in trouble, but I mean, I had to bring it to my mom and dad's attention. And immediately it seemed like after this, after telling them, she started acting a little odd. For example, one night at the dinner table, my mom asked her how her day was, and she got defensive for some reason and ran away and started crying and just went to her room and locked herself. I can recall one night, I was calling her for dinner, and she wouldn't reply. So I assumed she was in her room, maybe listening to music or something. I went in her room and I found her slitting her wrists. I freaked out, of course. It was super emotional. So we rushed her to the hospital, and luckily she was fine. She was okay. Eventually, we put her in counseling to what we thought that was working, but it didn't work because 3 weeks later she committed suicide, overdosing. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, none of you are alone in your suffering. My sister, Jessica, she isolated herself from the family and friends she had. She never opened up, so things stayed bottled in. She bottled her emotions in, that's what I'm trying to say. Her passing was and still is the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with, and my family for that matter. So please, if you're feeling alone or even suicidal, please reach out for help, because there are people who would be more than happy to help you. Please think of your loved ones before you do something you might regret, because it really does affect everyone. Thank you.
So now you're probably wondering what you can do to help. Well, you can visit giveforward.com/rape to make a donation to those individuals who've been touched by the tragedy of rape. All amounts are encouraged to help provide support for those who are suffering. You can also attend the Walk a Mile in Her Shoes official walkathon on Friday, April 28th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. in Tacoma, Washington. This award-winning event happens in states all over the country and provides support for victims while raising funds and awareness. Visit walkamileInHerShoes.org for more information to attend this event.